Hi, how are you doing? I actually had an excellent session today. The target was 120 burpees. I didn't know how hard I'd find it. I was thinking that when I got around the 80 mark, I would, know by how I was feeling whether the 120 burpees was going to kill me or not. And surprisingly, even by the 80 mark, I felt really good. In fact, even by 90 burpees, I still felt, full of energy. And it was only once I was getting into the hundreds that my arms started flopping to my sides after the burpee. And then it became like a little bit more difficult, but it was still easily doable. So this is good news for me. This means 120 are easy. Surely 130, 140, 150 are probably going to be pretty doable. With my target being 200 burpees by Christmas. I think I should be able to get to the 150 burpee mark with no problem. Probably put the kiss of death on that, but we'll see how we go. Let me tell you about the traumatizing decisions I've had to make. As you can see, it's wet on the ground. It has been raining, although it had stopped raining when I was doing my workout, but the ground is wet. So it's like, it's cold as well. So should I wear my jumper? But if I wear my jumper, it's going to kind of drag in the ground, the puddle on the ground, and get wet and blah blah blah. But it's so cold. Can I do the workout? Oh Jesus, what am I on about? Anyway, I took my jumper off. That's the long and short of it. Now, if I can talk about something that's been on my mind for a while, it's this. When you're doing an exercise routine like this, your breathing becomes very ragged, and it's a struggle to get oxygen into your body, and you tend to develop a rhythm. When you breathe in, when you breathe out, it becomes regular. You breathe in at a certain point, you breathe out at a certain point. Now, if you have an excess of saliva at any point, like I am wont to do, then you've got to swallow that saliva, and while you're swallowing, your breathing becomes interrupted. And then, you're already out of breath, but you've got to play catch up on the breathing, and so you end up breathing like mad. So I just thought I'd let you in on that. Something else that's been on my mind as well is the subject of motivation, and I was trying to break down the component parts of what I consider to be good motivation. So the kind of things that help me are: 1, preparation. So I have everything I need for the workout. And it's the same every time. So I've got my music, I've got a station that I subscribe to on my phone, and it's paired up with Bluetooth to my Bluetooth speaker. So I've got the music sorted out because, I like to work out to music. The camera, what you are looking at me through, always have that. Gloves, so you can see me wearing those nice weight training gloves just to protect my hands from the horrible rough abrasive surface I'm doing the press ups on. And my watch, I've got a smartwatch. I like to record my workouts, so it's the same every time, and I know what I'm taking outside. It's easy to get ready, and I have everything ready to hand. Moving on to 2, the subject of the music. I like to work out to music, but I don't want the music to be too intrusive. I like it just bumbling along in the background. So what I listen to is just a deep house station with generic tracks I could never name. But I suppose it's more mood music, because I like the way it sounds. There's rarely any lyrics, so nothing to distract me. Just something nice and pleasing to listen to in the background. 3, have a plan. So when I come down to my deluxe high-tech studio gym, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. So today I knew the target was 120 burpees. That's it. That's the goal. I know exactly what I'm doing. Another workout I might have, it might be a kettlebell based workout, and I know exactly what I'm doing. You know, if I'm doing press-ups, squats, kettlebell swings, I know exactly the time duration of each. So that helps with motivation as well. We're rattling through these, aren't we? We're on to number 4 already. Something I've only recently introduced, it's having an ultimate goal. So my ultimate goal at the moment is 200 burpees by Christmas. So here I'm doing 120, but you know, I've got a plan to increase every 3rd day by 10 maybe. That's the goal, or rather the progression I've decided on. But the ultimate goal is to reach 200 burpees by Christmas, and this is a great way to focus the mind and put some healthy pressure on me. So I am finding that that's helping. Number 5, bit of a no-brainer. How many times have you heard this? Eat, sleep and rest well. You know, it's the basics. It's dead simple. I didn't invent it, but if you do those things, if you get enough rest, get good quality sleep, eat well, you're just going to feel better and you're going to feel more able to reach your goals. Number 6, use your emotions. And now I'm talking, well, I'm kind of like looking at my recent past experiences. I've been wound up something chronic at work. I've had loads of stress, but I've been able to use that stress, I've channeled it into doing something physical. You know, like when you get so angry you feel like you could smash something up. You know, I'm using that feeling to go out and, you know, smash some burpees instead. So I find that, you know, that kind of stress, that adrenaline, moving around my body is a great help to getting the workout done. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking here, but anyway, on to number 7, discipline. And this is cyclical, I think. I think if you're disciplined with yourself and you've already decided you are going to do a workout today, if you go ahead and just do the workout today because it's on the plan, it's on the schedule, you're supposed to be working out today, this feeds into your general state of mind, and it'll help you on future workouts. You know, it kind of, it nurtures a disciplined kind of attitude. So there you go, discipline. On to number 8, which is a weird one. It's kind of similar to discipline. It's something to do with your mindset. It's about suspending the internal arguments you have in your mind. So if you know that you're supposed to be doing 120 burpees today, then you just do them. You try not to think about it, because if you start thinking about it, then you can fabricate all kinds of reasons, nay, excuses, for not doing the burpees. So, and this is just something that I do. It's like, right, today I'm doing 120 burpees and I'm not going to think about it, because if I think about it, I might sabotage my own efforts. Of course, if the house is burning down or a meteor hits my patio and destroys it, then obviously I'm going to have to start thinking about something and readjust my expectations. And finally, number 9, future projection. Project into the future. Okay, this doesn't work with me because I'm not that bothered, really. I know this works with some people. For example, if you are a runner, you might look at all the training you're doing and project into the future and visualize yourself winning that 10k run. Or if you're a bodybuilder, you can future project and visualize yourself on the podium in first place, blah blah blah. But I don't tend to do that. I don't know why. That method doesn't really appeal to me. I suppose I don't need to. I just enjoy the feeling of working out, and all the other points that I've mentioned work for me. So there you go. So these are 9 things that help me stay motivated. I'm not saying they will help you stay motivated. What you need to do is just look at them, think about them, maybe try them, maybe not. It's up to you. Maybe you'll take something from it. Maybe you just do something similar. I don't know. I'm not telling you how to live your life. You do what you want to do.
Okay, cool. See you later.
Please ignore that rude interruption. Here I am, shirt off. I was curious to see how my torso... Jesus, what is that? That's my Bluetooth speaker. Was... oh, shit.